Before heading to the video, if you haven't subscribed the channel, do subscribe it and don't forget to click the bell icon for the latest update notification. If you like the video, do like, comment and share. Stay tuned with learnbay.co. Happy learning!
Um, okay, a quick revision about yesterday. Okay, so let's start. What we have discussed yesterday about the memory management. Okay, so in the memory management, what we have discussed about how the memory is managed in Python, and we have seen the heap area and variable area and all those things. So we started this all thing compilation and interpretation. We have seen already memory allocation is completely automatic in Python. What software is this? Which software? This is the Jupyter Notebook. Okay. Memory management in Python is automatic. There are two things, memory allocation and memory deallocation. We have PVM, raw memory allocator, and object specific allocator for allocating the memory. Raw memory allocator works at the application level, which handles the extra memory request raised by the PVM when there is not enough memory to store the objects into the heap area. And PVM and object specific allocator works at the heap area, and they manage the objects, how it will be stored. Okay. Garbage collector works for the memory deallocation, and it works on the reference based. So as soon as the reference count reaches to 0, the memory will be deallocated for the object. And memory allocation, deallocation, when we are referring, mainly we are referring to the heap area. Okay. Next, what we have is the we have seen. Okay, so let me start with this. Today we will be starting with a bit of code. Okay, so be ready to code today. We'll be writing some code. Anyway, so I think we have discussed enough yesterday, and if you guys have any question, probably you can go through the video. So let's not waste the time in the yesterday's class. So I think we have discussed it in all detail, all these things, all these points. So let's just go through the next topic. Okay. Okay, so today what we are going to do is we are going to start with the data types. Okay, and we will be starting with the strings, and I'll be giving you guys to write some code in that. We'll be discussing about the methods as well. So let's see how we can do that. I'll be discussing few of the important concepts in all these data types. Okay, so let's see first of all what all data types we are having. Okay, so the different data types. First of all, let me start with the variables and identifiers. What is variables or identifiers in Python? Basically not variables. I should write identifiers in Python. Okay. Okay. Now, identifiers are basically, we say identifier is basically a name in Python. Okay. A name given to variable, constant, or you can say function, objects, etc. So any name that you use in your Python program, that is called an identifier. So basically we can say variables and constant are also a type of identifier. Okay, so we can say variables and constants are also identifiers. Okay, now when we say identifiers is a name, so can we use any name? No, you cannot use any name. There is a limitation on that, what name you can use or what all things you can use in a name. Okay, for example, let's say if I write num1 is equal to 10 or 100, this is accepted. Okay, but if you will write one num is equal to 100, it is not accepted. Okay, so there are a lot of rules and you can say the recommendation that you should not use while writing the identifier. So the rules to define the identifiers are as below. Number one, what we have, so rules to define the identifiers are, first of all, allowed characters. Let's see what all allowed characters we have. So allowed characters we are having from capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, 0 to 9, and underscore. Okay. Number two, not allowed characters. Not allowed characters are special character. You cannot have special character in your name, any name. Okay. Number three, identifiers are case sensitive. Case sensitive means what? Case sensitive means, let's say if you write num is equal to 100, okay, num is equal to 100, and if you write num is equal to 1000, Okay, so these both are two different identifier, two different names. Let's say if you will be writing num, so this is pointing to 100, and if you'll be writing this num, this is pointing to 1000. Okay, so these both are two different names, though the pronunciation is same, and we avoid to do that. But remember, this is the case sensitive. Okay, yes, we can start an identifier with an underscore, but that will be a private identifier. Okay, next what we have, so identifiers cannot start with a number. Okay, it cannot start with the numbers. Okay, for example, if you're writing one num is equal to 100, this is wrong. You can have one after the character, but you cannot start it with one. Okay, and the next rule is reserved words should not be used as an identifier. Okay, so for example, let's say what are the reserved words we have. So we have seen in the first class keyword, and then if you'll be printing keyword dot kw list, this is going to give you the list of all the keywords or reserved words available in Python. This is the list of keywords we have in Python. And what is the total length of these keywords? The total length of these keywords is 35. I think we have already discussed it in the class. Okay, this returns a list, so you can get the length of the list. Okay. Okay, it is total 35. So total 35 keywords, and you should not use them as identifier. So these all are why we are not using them as an identifier, because they are having a specific task to do. Okay, you have a specific task to do with them, so you cannot define them as an identifier. You cannot write, let's say here you have for. Okay, you cannot write for is equal to 100. This will be giving you the error. Okay, no, space is not allowed between the identifier. Okay, fine. So you cannot use the keywords as your identifier. These all are few rules which you have to follow. One important rule, someone has reminded me, that space should not be used in identifiers. Okay, and now let's see few recommendations. Okay, few recommendations. See, Python is, can anyone tell me Python is statically typed or dynamically typed programming language? I want the response in chat box. Python is statically typed or dynamically typed? Yes, yes. Python is dynamically typed, right? When you say Python is dynamically typed, it means it will check the type of the data you are assigning at runtime, correct? So we cannot specify the data type for a variable. So even when you define a constant, so you cannot, like in C you have const keyword, or in Java you have the keyword to define a constant, but in Python we don't have. If you write, let's say if you want to define a constant, let's say gravitational constant. Okay, is equal to 980. So this is a constant value. You know, this is a constant value. So you should, while writing the constant value, the name should be having all the letters in the capital case. Okay, so you should write like this, gravitational, and here you should write constant. Okay, like this. All the letters should be in the capital case, which is an identification for the other users that it is a constant. Okay. Okay. Yes, I can. It will be uploaded by tomorrow. It will be uploaded. Okay. So gravitational constant is what? Gravitational constant will be. It will be all capital letters. Okay. The constant will be using all the capital letters. Why? Because let's say if someone else is looking at your code, so he or she should know that this is a constant and we should not change the value. Identifier will be having most of the small case letters. Okay, and capital, when you use only capital letters, it is an identification that it is a constant value and you should not change it. So this is a recommendation that constant name should have only capital case letters. Okay, number 2, class name should use Pascal notation. What is Pascal notation? So Pascal notation is first letter of the every word. First letter of every word should be capital except the first word. Okay, this is called Pascal notation. You can see this name here. This is in the Pascal notation. What this Pascal notation says, that first letter of every word should be capital except the first word. Okay, no, it is not camel case, it is Pascal notation. Camel case is something else. Okay, fine. So this is a recommendation which you should use. Okay, next, number 3, the another recommendation is you should not use any identifier which is starting with double underscore. Okay, so you should not use any identifier, let's say XYZ double underscore. Why you should not use any identifier with this name? Because there are a lot of names in Python, which built-in names which are starting and ending with double underscore. So for example, if you will be writing dir of int, you will find lot of names which are starting and ending with double underscore. Clear? You have lots of names which are starting and ending with double underscore. These all are the built-in names. They are used internally by the Python. Okay, they are used internally by Python. So when you do addition, so this method is called. When you try to find absolute value, this method is called. When you try to find AND between two numbers, this method is called. When you try to apply bool function on a number, this method is called, and so on. So basically, these all are the built-in function which are used by the Python internally. And if you are using any of these names, this is going to create confusion for Python, and we should avoid that. Okay, fine. So if you are defining any function or any method, you should not use any identifier which are starting and ending with double underscore. Remember that. Okay, so these all are few of the recommendations that we should follow, and these all are few of the rules. There are many other rules. If someone wants to read the detailed recommendations and rules for this, so you guys can read PEP 8. You will find on python.org. You just Google it out. You write PEP 8. You will be getting the this is Python enhancement protocol 8, and these all things are mentioned there in the detail. Okay, so you can read about it. We are not going to get into the detailed discussion on that. Okay, so I hope this part is clear, everyone. What is identifier? Next, we are going to start with the data types. Okay, data types in Python. Now, I want you guys to do one thing. Okay, I want you guys to find the reason for this. Let's say if you write a is equal to 10, b is equal to 10, and if you'll be writing print id of a and print id of b, okay, and also there is an is operator which checks whether the address of both of them is same or not, a is b, so it will be giving you true. Okay, why? Because address of both a and b are same, 54784 54784. Okay, now if you will be writing, let's say a is equal to 1000 and b is equal to 1000, and if you'll be writing a is b, this is going to give me false. Why? Because now if you'll be checking the ID of a and b, this is false. This is different. Okay, 39203184. So I want you guys to find the reason for this. The reason is, I will tell you object reusability concept, that you need to find what is exactly it is. Okay, object reusability concept. So just go ahead and find why when you write a value 10, assign this to two different variables, id becomes same, whereas in this case it becomes different. Not only this case, but even in this string, even in the other values, like let's say if you'll be writing float, a is equal to 10.20, b is equal to 10.20, okay, and if you'll be checking a is b, this is going to give you false. Why it is giving false? Because id of both this a and b will be different. So you need to understand this. Again, yesterday we were talking about the memory management policies adopted by the different objects in Python. This is what the memory management policies, okay? Another object usability concept, okay? A part of the memory management policies. So I'll be coming to that. So you just guys explore this. We'll be discussing about this topic in tomorrow's class. Now let's start with the data types. So we have fundamental data types, okay? And we have derived data types, okay? So in the fundamental data types, we have integer, float, complex, Boolean, and strings. Okay, in the derived data types, we are having list, tuple, set, frozen set, dictionary, bytes, and byte arrays. Byte arrays. Okay, so these all are the different data types we are having in Python, and they are also the object. Okay, now if you'll be talking about these integer, float, and complex, this integer, float, and complex, These integer, float, and complex are the number type. Okay, so what is integer? Integer is basically any number without decimal point. Okay, for example, if you write 10, -10, or 0, these all are the integer value. So in Python, if you are using any number without any decimal point, it is an integer value. If you want to check, you can just write a is equal to 10, b is equal to -10, and c is equal to 0. Okay, now let's just check the type of ABC. You'll be getting the integer type. They all are the integer type. Okay. Now, next we have the float type. So float type is what? In the case of float type, any number with a decimal point is a float type. Okay. For example, if you will be writing a is equal to 10.20 or b is equal to -10.20, these both are the float type. So writing print, let's say type of a and type of b, these both are the float type with a positive or negative value. Okay. Data type are different compared to V language. V language means I don't understand V language. Here type is a function to identify data type. Yeah, type is a function, built-in function, which gives you the data type or the what kind of object it is. It is not correct to say data type. It is correct to say what kind of object it is. 0.0 will also be float. Okay, so if you write c is equal to 0.0, this will also be float. Okay, fine. Okay, next we have complex number. So complex number is any number which is in the form of a plus bj. Most of you guys know that this complex number is a mathematical value, okay, where j is the imaginary number, right? In Python, we have the support for complex number. For example, let's say if you write a is equal to 10 plus 20j, then you will be getting this as a complex type. Type of a is complex type, where a is real part, and B is imaginary part. We don't use this quite regularly, mainly used by the scientists and researchers to do the mathematical calculations. Okay, so we use these numbers or these data type mainly for the mathematical calculations. In data science, we'll not be using this much. Okay, so print type of A, it is giving you complex, and if you want to get the real part, you can just use A dot real, and you can use A dot imaginary here. Okay, you'll be getting the 10.0 and 20.0. Okay, fine. So these all are the number type. Next we have the Boolean type. So Boolean type is what? So Boolean type, we have only two values, true and false. Remember, true and false. So T is always capital, and true is always equal to 1, and false is always equal to 0. Okay. Now how I can say that? So let's say if you will be writing print true plus 10. Okay, it is giving you 11. So in 10, when I'm adding true, I'm getting 11. It means true is 1, right? Or if you will be writing true plus true, it will be giving you 2. Fine. Okay. Similarly, if you'll be writing print true plus false, so you will be getting only 1. Why? Because true is 1 and false is 0. So you'll be getting only 1. 1 plus 0, it is 1. Okay. So this true and false values are 1 and 0. Remember that. So you will be just using these values for, some Boolean related operations. Okay. Now, next what we have is string value, string data structure. Okay. Now let's come to this string. String is important. Here we need to discuss about this string, and we also need to understand that how string is stored into the memory. Okay. When you create a string data or when you create a string object, how strings are stored into the memory, that we will be understanding, because this is important. Okay. So let's say if you are writing a is equal to Python. Okay. Now remember, string is a sequence. String is a sequence. When you say string is a sequence, it means you can perform some basic operation, and there are few features, or there are few characteristics which always holds true in the case of sequence. For example, sequence always follow the positive and the negative indexing both. Okay, positive indexing starts from 0 and from left side. Okay, and negative indexing starts from -1 from right side. Okay, No, we don't have the character. Okay, we have even a single character is also a string data type in Python. Okay. Now let's see how it is stored. So when you will be writing a comma type of a, so this is going to give you that it is a string type. Okay. Now let's see how string is stored. So string is stored at two levels in Python. First of all, let's say if you are writing here a is equal to Python. Okay, when you are writing a is equal to Python, why this quotation? I'll be just explaining that. But let's see first the memory architecture of string. Okay, so when you store Python, first of all, we know that heap area and variable area will be created. We know that this a is a variable and this Python is the data, right? So this is variable area and this is heap area. So a will be stored here. First of all, it will be executing this. So let me delete this. First of all, it will be executing this and it will see that these all are the characters. So actually there is a concept of object reusability, which I discussed. This object reusability concept is available for this string and few objects are being reused. What all objects are being reused? So object reusability concept is available for integers from -5 to 256. For string from capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, 0 to 9 and underscore. Then you have true, false and null. For these all data type, object reusability concept is there. It means if you are writing these objects, so 10 is inside this range, so this object will be reused. Okay, so if you are having this A to Z, capital A to Z, small 0 to 9 underscore, these characters will be reused. So first of all, what happens when you start your Python? So the value from A to Z, capital A to Z, small 0 to 9 and underscore occupies some memory location. So let's say P is already existing in the some random memory location. We don't know, but it is already existing. Okay, so whenever you start your Python, they are already existing. You don't have to reallocate them. But when you write a is equal to Python, so this is a single string object which is having Python, right? So what it will be doing, it will be creating one string object. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, the memory address for this is 101 and a will be pointing to this memory address, which is pointing to this whole string object, and each block it will be pointing to the individual character. Okay, fine. Now the memory address for this may be something else. Let's say the memory address for this is 10101, this is 10102, this is 10103, this is 101. It may be 10111, it may be 20122, okay, and it may be 90111. Okay, it may be anything. It may be a random memory location. It may be stored in heap area. Is not a consecutive block of memory, right? It may be stored in any memory location. Okay, but this which will be created, this will be created consecutively, and the addresses which you will be having or the indexes you will be having, that starts from 0. So basically, this first character will be having index 0. Next is at 1. This at 2. This is at 3. This is at 4 and 5 and so on. So what you can see, this is called the index. These indexes are starting from 0. From left hand side, okay, and from right hand side, these indexes are starting from -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and -6. Okay, so we have these indexes. Using these indexes you can access individual character. Okay, and if you want to access the whole string, then you will be writing a will be giving you Python, but if you want to access individual character, you will be writing a of 0. This is called indexing. This is the syntax of indexing. Remember this. Okay, how we do the indexing? So string name and then in the square bracket we write the index. This is called indexing. I hope it is clear, everyone, how strings are getting stored in Python. Yes, no? Great. What about others? Okay, so now since we have seen that how these strings are stored in Python, so let's have a look at it. And first we will see that what is a string. So how you can create a string. String creation. So you can create a string, any value kept inside single quotation, double quotation, or triple quotation made up of double quotes. That is a string object, or single quote string object, anything. Okay. Iterate through each element, so it iterates through this one, okay, through this indexes, and then it can access the value from any locations, okay. So that is the internal process. We'll be learning about them in the upcoming webinar. See, everything cannot be taught in just 5 days. So today probably I might be a bit fast. If you guys feel that I am not able to, like you are not able to explain, you are not able to understand something, you just watch the video again. You will be able to understand it, okay? Otherwise, you'll be lagging behind with the topics, okay? So let me finish it. Now, let's say if we are starting with this string, let's see how we can create a string, okay? Let's say if you write A is equal to Python, this is a string object. If you'll be writing B is equal to Python, this is also a string object. And if you'll be writing C is equal to Python, this is also a string object, okay? But here I'm using triple quotation made up of single quote. And here also I'm using triple quotation made up of double quote, okay? Now, what we can see here that they all are string objects. How? So you just print A, comma type of A, then B, comma type of B, then C, comma type of C, and then D, comma type of D. All of them are string objects. So what is the use of this single quotation, double quotation, and triple quotation? Let's understand that. So let's say if you have a string, A is equal to, this is Python at Learnbay, okay? Now I have written this string. Now if I'll be writing print A, this is fine. But if I'll be writing apostrophe S, I want this apostrophe S to be considered as a character. Is it possible here? No. Because how Python identifies a string? So closing and starting and ending quotation should be same. Here it is matching, it stops this string definition here. And rest all are not identified as strings, so it is going to give you the error. Okay. So what you can do is basically, in this case, now you can use double quotation for defining this string. It will be giving you this apostrophe S. It will consider this apostrophe S as a character. Now, let's say if you will be writing here the same thing, but now you are using double quotation for this one. Can you define this as a string? No, again, there is an error because you cannot have the double quotation as a character when you are defining this string in the double quotation. So what you can do now? So what you can do now is you can define this string into the single quotation. Very good. But what if we have a string which is having single quotation and double quotation both? Okay, so if you will do that, let's print A and execute this. What you will get? You will get error. Neither you can keep in. Yes, we can use raw string also, but we are not getting into that right now. We are understanding the use of double quotation, triple quotation, and single quotation. Okay, so let's understand that. So now what we have here, we can neither use the single quotation nor double quotation into this string. So we have to use the triple quotation. Now you can use triple quotation, and this will be taken as characters. Okay. Single apostrophe and double apostrophe characters. Okay, this will not give you the output. So basically, if you have single quotation and double quotation both in your string, then you can go for the triple quotation. Okay, and also there is one more use of triple quotation to define multi-line string. Okay, so for example, let's say if you have this is Python. Okay. If you want to write a string with multiple lines, it is going to give you the error with single quotation or double quotation. You can neither use single quotation nor double quotation with multi-line string, but you can use triple quotation easily. Okay. Now, if you'll be writing print A, it is not going to give you the error. Not only this, it is also used for commenting. If you want to comment something, let's say if I want to comment let's say I will uncomment these all things, and if I want to comment all these lines, I can simply keep them in triple quotation and they will be considered as a comment for me. Okay, fine. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, so this is the triple quotation where you are writing the multi-line string, and in this case you have commented it. Okay, so either you can use for single quotation, or either you can use for commenting or writing multi-line strings. Okay, there are other use of this like there are alternate ways of writing. Like for example, let's say if you wanted to write it into the single quotation multi-line string, how you can do that? So one Tulsi has suggested that we can use raw string, or we can also use the escape sequences, but as of now we are not going into those things. We will be discussing it in the different classes. As of now, this is the use of the single quotation, double quotation and triple quotation. Hope you guys have understood. Now I'm going to start with the few basic operation on this string. Okay, clear everyone? So let's start with the few basic operation on this string. First of all, I'm going to start with the indexing. So when you, let's say I have this string, I'll take this string, okay, and indexing is what? So if you want to accessing one character at a time, okay. So if you want to access one character at a time, then you go for the indexing. What is the syntax of the indexing? We just go ahead and write print a square bracket, so the string name, and then we'll be writing this square bracket and index of whatever character you want to access. Okay, so what will be the index? This is at 0 index, 1, 2, 3, 4. Space is also a character. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and so on. So from left hand side, it is going to start from 0, and from right hand side, it is going to start from -1. Remember, clear? Now, if you will be writing 0, so I'll be coming to that later. Sarvesh, raw string. So raw string is basically, let's say, if you have this string, okay, and you have this one, okay, so you can write R, okay, but still in the case of raw string, it will be not considering this. This is completely a different concept. We'll be discussing it later, okay, fine. So as of now, I'll be keeping it into the triple quotation. Rather than that, what you could have done, you could have used this backslash, okay. This will work for you, okay, this will work. This will not give you the error. Fine. Okay. So now let's say if you want to access first character, you will be writing string name with 0 index. It will be giving you the first character. Apart from this, you can also write. So tell me, let's say if I'll be writing length of A. Length of A is going to give you that how many characters you have in this string. So you can count how many characters. If you'll be writing length of A, it will be giving you the number of characters. There are total 34 characters. So can I say that this character is at -34? From this concept, let's say this is at 0. And total characters are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 characters. So first character is at 0 index, or I can say minus of the length of this string. First character is at minus of the length of this string. So can I say here that A of minus of length of this string? Clear? This is both are going to give me same, right? Remember this. What basically I'm trying to discuss here is, see, first character will always be, so let's say you have this, how many character here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total 6 character. So length of this string will become what? 6. So if you will discuss the positive index and index of the first character, positive index of the first character. So first character is at 0 index, okay? Or I can say the negative index of the first character, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -6. Can I say instead of writing -6, minus of length of A, minus of length of A? Same thing, right? Length of A is 6 and minus. So it is minus of length of A, okay? Yes, space is also counted as a character, okay? Fine, same thing I have done here. Similarly, let's say if I want to access the last character, so I can write A of -1. Okay, now if you'll be executing this, it is going to give you Y. Okay, and if you want to get the last character, you can also write length of A -1. Both are same thing. How length of A -1? So if you will see this, see, since this positive index is starting from 0, so the index of the last character will be what? Always length of the string -1, isn't it? Always it will be the length of this string -1 because it is starting from 0. So the last index will be length of this string -1. Clear everyone? So if you want to access first character, this, and if you want to access last character, this. Okay, this is called Indexing. Now let's come to the slicing. Now let's say if you want to access only Python out of this, only Python, how you can do that? With indexing, you cannot do that. Probably you have to do concatenation. This is not a better rule. Okay. We can perform slicing. Slicing means what? Taking a piece out. Okay. If you want to take a piece out of a string, then you can go for the slicing operation. What is the syntax of the slicing? Syntax of the slicing. Syntax means rule, if you remember. So you'll be writing the string name. Okay, and here you will be writing the start underscore index colon stop underscore index colon step. Okay, now what is this start index, stop index, and step? So basically, let's say you want to slice this Python. So from where you want to slice? You want to slice from P. So this is the index of P is start index. Till where you want to go? You want to go till N. So will be the index of N will be the last index? No, let's see that. It will be not last index. So let's say if I'm writing A of, I want to start from P. So the index of P is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'll be writing here 8 column. I want to slice till Python N. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is the last index. If I'll be executing it, I'm getting only P, Y, T, H, O. I'm not getting N. Why? Because whatever this stop index value you will provide, it will be slicing till this index minus 1. Remember, if you are slicing, if you are giving the stop value till 13, it will be slicing till 12, one less than the provided value. So if you want to include N, what you can do, you will be writing 14, one index extra. Now it will be giving you Python. Remember everyone? Sorry, clear is it everyone? Stop index will always be one extra than the index till where you want to slice the value. I want yes, no from everyone. Please respond, guys, fast. Okay, so basically slicing is what? So slicing means, let's say if you have a string, okay? This is Python class, okay? Now tell me, what is the positive index? 0, 1, 2, 3, space is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, space is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, right? This is the total index, right? Now, this P is at 8 index and this N is at 13 index. 1 minute, guys. Okay. I hope I'm audible now. Okay. So now next, let's say if you want to slice this Python, right? If you want to slice this Python, you will be starting from N. So your start index will be what? 8. You want to start from 8, right? Your start index is 8. You want to slice till N, right? So the stop index should be 13, right? But no, when you will provide 13, it will be slicing till this index, one index less. So you will be giving one extra index till where you want to slice. You wanted to slice till here, so you will be giving one index extra. So this will be 14. So when you will be giving this one 8 colon 14 of A, it will be giving you Python out of this. Okay, clear? Now you wanted to slice more than one character. That's why we have used slicing. Okay, fine. I hope it is clear now. If it is last number, then don't give anything. It will be by default going till the last. I'll be coming to that case. Okay. Now let's discuss about the step value. Okay. So we have seen start, stop, and step. Okay. So step value can be it can be two things. It can be positive value and it can be negative value. Remember, when you use the step as positive, then slicing will be done from left to right. It means in this direction. So if you have a string, okay, so it will be sliced in this direction. And if you use a negative value, then it will be sliced from right to left. It means it will be sliced in this direction. Clear, everyone? Fine. So if you use step value as positive, +1, +2, +3, it will be slicing in this direction, left to right. If you slice the string in the negative direction, or if you use this step in the as the negative value, then it will be slicing in this direction. For example, we have taken the earlier string. Let's say we have used this, right? So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. Till here it is 19. Okay. Now, if you say A of 8:14, okay, right? So by default step is 1. Okay. By default step is +1. So it will be slicing in the forward direction. Means it will be giving you Python. But let's say if you want to slice Python in the reverse direction or in the backward direction, then you will be writing A of, you want to slice this n, right? This is your starting point. So index of n will be starting position. So what is the index of n? -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. You will be writing -7. Colon, you want to slice till p. Index of p is what? -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12, right? -12 is where you want to stop. So you'll be giving one index extra. So here you will be writing -12. Colon, you want to do it from right to left direction, right? So here you will be giving -1. Remember, it will be giving you the output NOHTYP. Okay, in the reverse direction. Fine. Let's see that with an example. So we have this one, right? We have this string. Now let's say if you will be writing A 8:14:1, this is going to give me the same output. So can I say the default step value is 1? From this two output, can I say the default step value is 1? Clear, everyone? And if you want to slice Python in the reverse direction, we will be writing here, you want to slice Python in the reverse direction, right? So first you will be giving the index of n. What is the index of n? So this is 13, right? Index of n is 13. You can give positive index also, 13. Colon, index of p is what? 8. So you will be giving 7 here. Colon, if you will be giving 1, it will be giving you empty string. But if you will be giving -1, it will be giving you in the reverse direction. Clear? So you are able to slice this string in the reverse direction, and accordingly you have to give the start and stop. So from this discussion, can I write here that if step is positive, then start should be on left side compared to stop value, right? And if step is negative, then can I say that start should be on right side compared to your stop? Can I say that? So when you are slicing, when you are giving positive value, you are slicing in this direction, right? From left to right. So your start should be on the left hand side compared to your stop value, isn't it? And when you are giving this step value as negative, then you are slicing from right to left. It means your start should be on the right hand side compared to your stop value, isn't it? Clear, everyone? Guys, respond, please. Yes, everyone. I want the response from everyone. Understood. Clear. Great. So now this is the slicing operation. I hope you guys have understood it. By default, let's say if you want to slice the whole string, you will be writing A :::-1. Okay. When you don't mention the start and stop value, default start value is what? Default start value
is equal to -1 when step is negative. When step is negative value, default start is -1 and default stop is what? Default stop is the beginning of the string, or you can say minus of length of the string -1. Okay, minus of length of the string -1. And similarly, when step is positive, then your default start value is 0 and default stop value is length of this string. Okay, fine everyone, clear? So this is about the slicing. Remember, we will be using this operation. Yesterday I showed you one program and there I used the same concept. Okay, now so these all are few basic operation, important operation we have discussed. There are many other operation, concatenation, repetition. You guys can learn about it, and otherwise you can watch the videos. Those all are the simple operation. Okay, but we are going to now discuss about the method. Okay, few method related to the methods on string. Okay, methods of string. Now let's discuss what all method of strings we have. So the string related method are, so if you want to discuss this method, so you will be writing dir of str, and it is going to give you the list of methods available in Python. Okay, out of these method, we have these methods which are useful for us, and in this I'm going to discuss few of them which are useful and more important to learn for you guys, and rest all I will be leaving it up to you to explore, or you can watch our videos on YouTube. You will be getting the details of it. Okay, fine. So now let's start with the dir of str. What is this? First analyze this. What is this? So you have few methods which are starting and ending with double underscore. Today only I discussed that these methods which are starting and ending with double underscore, they are the built-in methods. Okay, union and intersection are not available on this thing. They are available on the set data type, and we are not going to discuss set data type. That is not the not in this syllabus. Why? Because that set is not being used a lot into the industry. Okay, so we don't use, like see, there are few things which like we cannot learn everything. Okay, we need to skip few things. I'm going to discuss few important things which are useful. If you will be coming to my object oriented class, I'll be discussing these methods also, but right now it is not required to discuss because unnecessarily it will be taking. So we can spend probably 5 classes of webinar on discussing just this thing, but it is of no use. Can we find indent value of a particular character in a string using command? Yes, indent value, yes, you can find that. You can find that. Okay. Anyway, so for that you will be writing a code. Okay. Now next you have what? So these all methods, these all are the built-in method. Okay. These built-in method are starting and ending with double underscore, and they all are the built-in method. They are used internally by Python, and we are not going to discuss it right now. We can learn them when we are going to this. They are also called the magic method. When we will be going to object-oriented classes, there we will discuss about the magic methods. Okay, there will be probably discussing few of the methods. Okay. Next we have capitalized methods. So these capitalized methods, these methods are the built-in method or the APIs, you can say, provided by Python to do the operation on this string, and we'll be learning them. Okay. So I want you guys to do one thing. Let's say if I have a string, so you can just learn the Python. You don't have to follow any notes or any website. You can learn Python from the help of the Python itself. You have a function called help in Python. Okay, help in Python gives you the help on any object. If you'll be writing help str, it is going to give you the documentation on this string object, how it is defined, what it returns, what all the different methods are defined in this, and what they are returning. So these all things are defined here. You can use help, or you can also use dir method, which gives you, as we have seen, that gives you the list of methods available on a particular object. This both methods are quite useful. Apart from that, let's say if you have a string, so my underscore str is equal to this is Python class, okay, at Learnbay. So if I will be writing my underscore str any method, right, dot capitalize. Okay, now after writing this, write the pair of parentheses, and then when your cursor is in the inside the parentheses, you just press Shift Tab. Okay, execute this and press Shift Tab. If you'll be getting the error, even after that you press Shift Tab. What it is going to give? It is going to give you the signature and doc string of that method. Okay. So this is, you are taking the help of the Jupyter notebook to get these details. Okay, you don't have to go and find these things somewhere else. Okay, you can get it from here itself. So what it gives, basically we are going to learn this method, capitalize and all. So capitalize method, basically it capitalizes the first character of this string. You can see here, let's say if I'll make it small, so it is going to capitalize the first character of this string. Okay, this is small, but now it is capitalizing it. Similarly, we are having the title method. Okay, so title method capitalizes the first letter of every word. T, I, P, C, A, L. You can see these all are capitalized. Okay. Similarly, we are having print my_str dot upper. Okay, this is going to convert everything into the uppercase, and lower method is going to convert everything into the lowercase. You can find those methods here. Okay. Apart from that, you are having few more set of methods. How to capitalize whole sentence? Upper method, Srinivasan. Okay, there are few methods. If you will find here, these methods are going to return you true and false, and I want you guys to check these methods on your own. Okay, they are just going to return true and false based on a value, whether it is alphanumeric, whether it is alphabet, whether it is a ASCII character, whether it is a decimal value or digit, or it is a valid identifier. It is in the lower case, is numeric value, is printable or not, is a space character or not, is title or not, is upper or not. Okay. For example, let's say I'm going to take a string, my_str is equal to Python 3.908. Okay. So now if I will be writing my_str dot is alnum. Okay. If I'll check this syntax is it is not taking any argument. So you can ignore that. You can run it directly. When you'll be executing it, it is giving you false because it is not having only alphanumeric value. It is having this dot character also. Now it is going to return true. Okay. Similarly, you can check for alpha. So alpha will be checking whether all the characters are alphabet or not. All characters are not alphabet. There are numeric values also. So you can check whether what type of characters you have inside this string using these methods. So these all are the normal methods. We don't use them quite regularly. So I will be giving you, I have given you this list of methods. Just go ahead and explore them. The important methods are these ones. So for example, let's say find method, find and index method. What is this find and index method do? Find and index method find a specific character in a string. Let's say if you want to find whether @ is there inside this string or not, you can write my_email abc@gmail.com. Right now, if you will be writing print my_email dot find and @. So in this case, what it will be doing, it will be checking whether this @ is available inside this string. If it is available, then it will be returning the index. If it is not available, it will be returning -1. Okay. So what basically the definition of the find method? So if you will be executing it and if you will find the definition, it says that substring start and end. If you want to provide a range between which you want to check whether this substring is available or not, you will be writing start and end value. Okay. Remember this. Now, so this is the syntax of the find method. Okay. This is the syntax of the find method. Now what it does, if this string is not found, then it will be returning -1. If it is found, then it will be returning the index of lowest index in string. Okay. So for example, let's say if you have one more @, then it will be returning only the index of the first occurrence. It means the lowest index, this one. So this is @, it will be returning always 3. Okay. Fine. Now, let's say if the string is not found, let's say if I'm writing here $. So if the string is not found, it is going to return -1. Okay. And let's say if you are writing a string where if you are using index method, then index method will be giving you the same result, but index method is going to give you the same result here 3, index is 3, but if it is not found, then it will be returning you the value error. Okay. So the difference between find and index method is what? If the substring is not found, it will be returning value error. Clear everyone? Difference between find and index method. Clear guys? Okay. Okay. So now let's see this replace method. So if you want to replace something in this string, replace method. If you want to replace something in this string, so that basically how you can do that. So let's say here you will be writing old character, okay, or old string, and here you will be writing the new string, okay, new character or new string, okay. So this is how you use the replace method. For example, let's say if I will be writing this my string, where is this my string? Let's take this my email. In the my email, you want to replace all the occurrences of @, okay. You will be writing my underscore email dot replace. You want to replace @ with a $. Then what you will be doing? So you will be writing, now if you will be printing this, when you will be executing this, so it will be giving you a string where @ are replaced with the $. You can see @ are replaced with the $. So you can use this method to replace the character or the group of character inside a string. Okay, replace method. Fine. Okay. Now replace by default replaces everything. Okay, replaces all. Okay, fine. Next, what we have, strip method. So what strip method do? Strip method basically removes the spaces from both ends. Okay. For example, and you have else strip method. So else strip method is going to remove the spaces from left side. And R strip method going to remove the spaces from right side. Okay. Now, for example, let's say you have this string and you have some spaces here in the beginning, in the middle, here also, and at the end also. Now, let's say if I'll be writing print my underscore email dot strip, it is going to remove the spaces from both the ends. Okay, clear? And if you will be using else strip, so it is going to remove the spaces only from the left hand side. There is a space on the right hand side. Okay. Whereas if you will be using R strip, it is going to remove the spaces only from the right hand side, not from the left hand side. So this is the strip method, which removes these spaces from the ends. Okay. Now next we have split and join method. Split and join method. What does this split and join method do? So split and join method, basically it is going to split a string and join the string. So for example, let's say if I'll be writing my underscore str is equal to, I have if I'll be writing print my underscore str dot split, by default it is going to split this string from these spaces. Okay. And it returns a list of words. If you'll be executing it, it is returning what? List of words. Okay. So wherever the space character is there, it is splitted from that space character. Okay. And the join method, basically join method joins a list of words to a string. Okay. Now let's say if you want to join this list of words to a string where these words are combined together by arrows, then how you can do that? You can use join method. So for example, now what I will be doing here, I will be writing here, let me comment this out. I'll be writing here lst underscore words is equal to my underscore str dot split. Okay. And what I want you guys to do is, I want you to join this with the arrow. Okay. So what I can do, let me print lst underscore words It is this one, right? Now I want this to join with the arrow. So what I'll be using? I will be using the join method. Remember, join method is a bit different from the other method. Dot. I want to join it with the arrow. So the character with which I want to join this list of words, I'll be placing that character here into the string quotation. Dot join method, and the list of words which I want to join together, I'll be passing as an argument to the join method. Execute it. You are getting this string where all the words are joined together with the arrow. If you want to be joined by a space character, you can just write space. If you want them to be joined by a hyphen, you can write hyphen. If you want them to be joined by a colon, you can write colon, whatever. Okay. Yes, it converts converts to array of list of words. It converts not array. Array is a different concept, Krishna. In Python, we have list basically, you can say. Okay. It is a list of words. Okay. List is a different concept. Array is a different concept. Okay. So I hope this join method is clear to you guys. Okay. Now, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a bit of syntax of for loop. Okay. And the loop comprehension. Okay. So for loop is basically loop. Loop in Python is what? Loop in Python is if you want to execute a task a number of times, then you are going to use loop. Okay. For example, let's say if I want to print hello. Okay. So to print hello one time, it is fine. If you want to print hello 10 times, then what you can do? You have to write it 10 times, right? Instead of writing 10 times, what you can do is you can write this hello one time in a loop and you can get it executed 10 times. So how you write the for loop in Python? So the syntax of for loop in Python is for I in. You will be passing a object here, okay, that an iterable object basically, okay, any object through which you can iterate. So basically I want to run it for 10 times. I'll be writing here range 10, okay, and then I'll be writing here print hello. Execute it, it will be executed 10 times. Okay, clear? So if you want to execute a loop 10 times, similarly, simply what you can do, you just write for. For says that we are writing the for loop. I in range 10. Range 10 is what? Range is a function which creates a sequence of value. Okay. How many values? So when you write range 10 default, so this can be written same as slicing. So range has the syntax as start, comma, stop, comma, step. Okay. So if you will not mention start, it can be also written as range stop. Okay. In this case, default start value is default start is equal to 0 and default step value is equal to 1. Okay, fine. So in this case, I have written 10. So default start is 0, default step value is 1. So if you'll be executing it, it will be generating a sequence from 0 to 9. So if you want to see that number, you can write list of range 10. You can see here it has generated a sequence from 0 to 9, 10 values, right? So it is going to generate a sequence of 10 values starting from 0 till 10 minus 1, 9. Stop is always exclusive. Remember that. Okay. So here also it is generating a sequence of 10 values 0 to 9. Every time it is iterating and going inside this for loop and executing this statement. Okay. Print hello. Now, what happens in this case is, so let's say this is the loop. Let's say if you want to execute something 10 times, you can use this syntax and you can write this code there. Okay. Here, instead of writing print hello, you can just write the code here. Now, loop comprehension. Loop comprehension is exclusive concept to Python. Let's say if you want to create a sequence, create a list of all square of all numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, you want to generate a sequence, a list of square of all numbers from 1 to 10. So you want to generate the sequence from 1 to 10, right? You will be writing for I in range 1, 11. Why 1, 11? See, when you write list of range 1, 11, it will be generating the sequence from starting from 1 till 11 minus 1, 10. execute this, we'll be getting 1 to 10. Okay, so I have written for I in range 1 comma 11. So if I wanted to do this, I could have done this for I in range 1 comma 11, and here I will be writing I into 2, I to the power 2. This is the exponent sign in Python. Okay, it will be raising I to the power 2, and I'll be getting the square of all the numbers. Okay, right? But I can do the same thing using loop comprehension, and I can get it in the form of list. So I'll be writing here I to the power 2. This operation which you can see, this is called the exponent. Remember, so let's say if you want to find 2 to the power 5, you'll be writing 2 double star 5. This is exponent. 2 to the power 5 is 32. Let's say if you'll be writing 2 into 5, this is multiplication. 2 into 5 is 10. Okay, and 2 to the power 5 is 32. So here what we have done, we have written here I to the power 2. So this is going to range this is going to raise I to the power 2. What is I? When you run the loop like this, so first time I will be picking the first value 1. Then 1 to the power 2, the result will be 1. Next time it will be picking, I will become 2. 2 to the power 2, the result is 4. Next time I will become 3. 3 to the power 2 is 9, and so on. Basically, it runs like this. Let me show it here. Python tutor. So let's execute this code line by line. First of all, when you are going to execute it, when you are going to execute this line, so I is equal to 1. You can see here I is equal to 1. Now it is going to execute this I 1 to the power 2. This is 1 to the power 2 is what? 1 only. Okay. Now it is going back to the loop, and I will become 2 now. I has become 2. Then again it will be coming back inside the loop. 2 to the power 2 result is 4. It will be printing 4. Then it is going back to the loop. I will become 3. So I is becoming 3, and 3 to the power 2 is 9. 9 will be printed. Again going back to the loop. So why it is going back to the loop? So until and unless all the numbers from this range sequence are exhausted, it will keep on executing it. Okay. So now I will become 4. So 4 to the power 2 is 16. Then again it will go back to the loop. I will become 5. 5 to the power 2 is 25. Then I will become 6. 6 to the power 2 is 36. I become 7. 7 to the power 2 is 49. I becomes 8. 8 to the power 2 is 64. I becomes 9. 9 to the power 2 is 81. I becomes 10. 10 to the power 2 is 100. And then I becomes 11. Okay. So you like I does not become 11. Sorry, because you don't have 11. 11 is not included into the range sequence, right? So it will exit the loop. Now you don't have any number after this, so it will stop the loop. Same thing has happened here as well. If you'll see here, same thing has happened here. But now in this case, you are going to get these things in the list format. Okay, you are going to get these things into the list format. So this is the loop comprehension concept, and we have this. I have done the same thing yesterday, if you guys remember, in one code. Okay. If you guys remember that code yesterday or day before yesterday, I have written one code with the email ID. This one, right? This one. So I used the slicing operation, which we discussed today, and then I used the for loop, which we discussed today, and also we discussed the loop comprehension, right? Clear, everyone? Fine, guys. So now I want you guys to do some problem, right? Whatever concepts we have discussed today, there is half an hour. Let's do some problem. Everyone is ready? Shall we do some problems? Okay. Okay, great. So okay, what I want you guys to do is, I want you guys to give me these outputs, below outputs. Okay. First of all, I want you guys to give can we use I of 0, I of or I of 5 inside loop to compare in some case to check some? Yes, yes, yes. You can use if condition. Yes, absolutely. You can use that, Krishna. Okay. Sorry, I didn't saw your message earlier. Okay. So now next, let's say I want you guys to give me the output this one. First of all, I want you guys to do this first one. So I'm just going to give you guys this string, okay, and try this first question. And in the meantime, I'll be giving you the second question. So try this question, give me the output. This is the output, okay? Yes, it will be shared. It will be shared by tomorrow. Today's class, yesterday's class, both will be uploaded, okay? Now, the second output I want you guys to do is, this is the second output, okay? Okay, try this one, second one, this one now. Good, you guys have used slicing. Anyone who is trying to do it, okay, slicing everyone knows, but see, I will be doing these all things with the loop, okay? Anyone who is trying with the loop, that is good, okay? Third question I want you guys to do is, this one. This is the third question, okay? So these three output, everyone please try. First one I have got everyone, okay? First one I have got my string, okay? So those who are trying, I think for this one you don't have, you have to just do my underscore str of colon -1. If you will do this, you'll be simply getting the output if you are using slicing. I want you guys to get the output for these two. So leave the first question, try the second question, second and third. Kirtana, will it work? I want the whole output. Try that, run this code and try that whether you are getting it, okay? Shiva, you just try that and check whether you are getting the output, okay? So let's say if this is the string, you are saying that this way, right? Probably this way you are trying to say. You are getting the output for the second one, it's fine. Anyone else? Shall I write the solution? One recommendation, guys. Okay. Print good, smart solution, Sarvesh. One recommendation: whenever you are coding, okay, when you are writing code, or if like it is not for those who already knows the programming language or from programming background. It is mainly for those who are freshers or those who are basically from non-technical background, from non-programming background. Always try to use loop or logic, okay, instead of the method. Method is good thing. You have to use the method and you have to get acquainted with it. But the important thing is, if you understand loop concept, no, so most of the programming logic and most of the programming complexities you will be able to understand. Okay, fine. So try to use loop concept. Okay. In this, let's see how there are a number of solutions. I have got the solution. So let's start with the first one. I'm going to show you the solution for my string and first question. So there are a number of ways you can try this. So first solution I have got from you guys is my underscore str of colon -1. Okay. Execute this. What you are getting the same result, right? Other way to get this is, can we try this using loop? Can we try this using loop? Okay. So we know that we need one output string. Okay. Output string is equal to this one. And I want this string to be reversed. So if I can access this string character by character from right hand side, from this right hand side, first this character, then this character, then this character, then this character, and I can concatenate those characters to the output string. Concatenation means what? So concatenation basically it uses plus operator and it combines two strings. Okay, it combines two strings. Okay, for example, let's say if you have a string Python plus you have a string class. Okay, executed, these two strings are combined together. Remember, both the object has to be string when you are doing string concatenation. Okay, you cannot concatenate a string with a number, it will give you the error. Remember that. Okay, don't try to do that. Fine. So this is giving you the output and this is giving you the error. Okay, now let's see this. I will be running the loop. So I'll be writing here for I in. I can do it two ways. I will be writing my underscore str. When I'm doing colon -1, it is actually the same thing which I have done here. So no need to do this thing, but still, let me show you out underscore str plus equal to I. This is the use case of concatenation. Then what I'll be doing, I'll be using print output underscore str. You will be getting the same output. Okay. Now let's just execute this code over here into the Python tutor. So basically when I'm writing this code and this notebook will be shared to you guys, open this notebook using Jupyter notebook. Okay. And it will be not opened using any other editor. So when it will be shared, you want the code, open it using the Jupyter notebook. Okay. Now let's visualize this execution. So I want you guys to use this tool when you go home tomorrow or day after tomorrow or after this webinar is ended. When you want to practice into this tool, so copy and paste the code and use this tool. So first of all, my string is defined. Output string is an empty string. For I in my string colon -1. When you do my string colon -1, what it gives? It gives a reverse string. So first character in that is S. So I will become S, right? You can see I becomes S. Now you are doing the concatenation. Concatenation means output string is empty string plus S, it will become S. Okay. Let's see it here. Okay. So one thing I have done here. This is called compound assignment operation, and this is equivalent to this operation. Okay, this is equivalent to this operation. So anyway, let me write this. So basically what you are doing, first of all, I will become S, and output string is equal to what? First output string is what? Empty string plus S. So output string will become S only. Output string becomes S. Going back to the loop, it will take the second character R from the last. So I becomes R. Okay, and then output string will become S plus R, that is SR. Okay, concatenation. Then going back to the loop, I will become again E, third last character, and again coming here, so output string, that is SR plus E, it will become SRE. So output string will become what? SRE. Going back to the loop, I will become what? I will become P now. So now again it will be coming here, output string is what? SRE plus P, it will become SREP, and so on, right? So this way it will keep on executing until it will come here. And finally, once it will be coming here, there is no further element to execute. It will exit the loop, and then you'll be getting the output string as this one. Okay, so execute this, you will get papers, then a space character, and then so on. Okay, this is one way of doing that. Another way of doing it is using range function. Let's see that how you can do using range function. For I in range, okay. So when you want to generate a sequence of positive numbers from 1 to 11, you write 1, 11, save value is by default 1. What you get range 1, 11? If you'll be writing list here, you get 1 to 10, all the numbers, right? Let's say I want to generate the value from 10 to 1. Generate the sequence, generate a sequence of numbers from 10 to 1. From 10 to 1, reverse direction. What will be doing? Range 10, 1, minus 1. Okay. Execute this list. You are getting 10 to, okay. So you wanted to generate till 1, 0. Okay. You got 10 till 1. How you did that? So basically this range of function, start value is 10, stop value is 0. But if you remember number line, here it is minus infinity. Okay. And then you will be having 0, and then you will be having plus infinity on the right hand side. Clear? Fine. Now you want to generate from right hand side towards left hand side. Okay, so this is the opposite direction, that's why I have used minus 1, and start value is on the right hand side compared to your stop value, that's why it is generating in the reverse direction. Now what I want to generate, I want to generate a sequence of numbers starting from minus 1, because the index here is minus 1, and I want to go till the minus of length of this string minus 1. So here I'll be writing minus 1. We have discussed these all things. What is the first index? Minus of length of the string and minus 1, comma, minus 1. Okay. Now what this will generate? Let's see this. What this one is going to generate. So this is going to generate list of minus 1, list of starting from minus 1 till how many characters you have? 44 characters, minus 44. Okay, so minus 1 to minus 44. So basically minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, and so on. So we have the negative index of all these characters, and we are going to read these characters from the right hand side one by one. So we'll be using that. Okay, so now we are getting the index, so we will be using out underscore str equal to out underscore str plus my underscore str of I. Can I say that? My underscore str of I will be what? So first time I will be minus 1. So output string is empty string. My string of minus 1 is what? S. So S will be concatenated to output string, and output string will become S, and so on till this first character P. Let me use output underscore str, execute it. You are getting the same result. Okay, execute it here. Sorry. So you have my string, output string is empty string. I is what? I is going to be minus 1. Let's see here. I is minus 1. Output string is what? Output string plus my string of I. My string of minus 1 is what? S. So output string plus my string of minus 1 is S. So output string will become S. Okay, output string becomes S. Going back to the loop, I will become minus 2. So minus 2. My string of minus 2 is what? R. So now output string plus R, it will become SR. Okay, then going back to the loop, I will become -3. So -3 is what? E. So my string of -3 plus output string SR plus E, it will become SRE, and so on till the last example. Okay, so this is how this code is executing. So we have done it using loop. Okay, you can see the simplest way is using this one, but try this one. This will open your mind, and try to write the logic as much as you can in the beginning. Okay, rest all you have the method, and this shortcut method you will always be able to learn it easily and do that easily. Now let's see the second question. Okay, so what is the second question we have? So the second question is this one. Okay, now let me write here my string. Okay, so how we can do that? So see, first of all, we know that what we have to get Peter, then Piper, then picked a peck of pickled paper. So basically, this thing I can do using slice, using the method. So I'll be writing my underscore str dot split. When I will be doing split, what I'm getting list of words. Okay. Now getting list of words, I have to reverse every word, right? I have to reverse every word. So can I do this way? For I in this one, and if I will be writing here, sorry, here I'll be writing word. Okay. And here I'll be writing word colon -1. Can I do this? What it will be doing? It will be reversing each word, right? You can see each word is reversed in this list. Everyone, each word is reversed in this list. Can I use join method on this now? Join, and I can use dot, and I need to join with a space character. Same output. Clear, everyone? I've used loop comprehension and the built-in method, right? There are n number of ways you can try the solution. This is one of the method. Okay, one of the ways. Okay, those who have given your solution, it is not wrong if you are getting the output. Okay, remember that. Okay, so this is one way. Now I could do this, yes, loop comprehension. So I can do this using the loop also. So you guys can try it using loop, and I will be checking. I will be giving you the solution tomorrow using loop. Okay, write some logic. Okay, traverse through each letter the way we have done here, concatenation and all these things. Try to write some logic for that. Okay, for tomorrow's class. Okay, the last question, this third one, how we can do that? So again, if you will see this, what we are getting, this is my string. Okay, now if I will be writing here my underscore str dot split. Okay, so you are getting this one, right? This list, right? Now if I will be reversing this colon -1, right? So I'll be getting this in the reverse order, correct? And then now I can join it using the join method. Dot a space character. Clear, everyone? Fine. Clear, guys? Any question till here? Okay. Okay. Output 3. Okay, so output 3, what we have done? First of all, see what we have to do. We have to, if we can split this, okay, then we can do some operation, right? So first of all, my underscore str dot split. Okay, splitting this is giving me this list of words, but I want these words in the reverse order, right? So I have used this slicing operation on this because this is returning a string. On that string, I'm applying a slicing operation, colon -1. Executing this, it is reversing this list of words in the reverse order. Okay, and then now we have to join this list of words. So we are using join method on top of that. Okay, clear? string comprehension. No, there is no string comprehension. There is a loop comprehension. Basically, you can say loop comprehension syntax is what? You have to use square bracket, and then here you can write the expression for, you can write the loop here. Okay, if required, you can write the condition. Okay, now how does it work? So you can write any expression here. Let's say I will be writing, you can write here hi, okay, for I in range 5. Now what it will do, it will be giving you hi 5 times. What it is happening here? So I first time is 0, then it is executing hi, it is adding hi here. Then I is 1, then it is executing hi, adding hi here. There is no expression, it is just it is the expression, it is evaluated, and this value, whatever expression you will be writing, the result of that value will be added to the sequence. So I have written hi is a string object that is getting added every time. If you will be writing some operation here like I into 2, so you'll be getting the double of each number starting from 0 till 4, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, fine. So this is very simple. What you are doing here, every time you are running the loop, and then whatever expression you are writing, when this loop is running, that expression result is getting added to the sequence. Okay, that's it. Anything else, guys? Any other question? So now I will be opening this thing for the question. So anyone having any question related to the course or anything, guys, can please go ahead. I'm open to questions now. Yes, I know today's class was a bit fast, but if I'll not do that, probably the topics will not be able to cover. See, it's not about covering the topic, but yes, we are way behind. Okay, and it is not possible to cover everything into the webinar and all. So yes, if you guys are interested and wants to learn, so you can check out our courses. But yes, we will keep on doing this kind of session, but it will take, like, core Python itself will take 6 months, 7 months, or more than that to complete. Okay. And in class, we complete these things in the 40 hours. Okay. So we discuss these all things in detail. Yes, please go ahead. So about the assignment, okay. So see, assignment and certificate. First of all, let me tell you here. So assignment will be given on Friday. Okay. Okay. So assignment will be given on Friday. Okay, number 1. Submission date is 24th of May. Okay. Number 3, after submission, those who will be submitting the assignment, those who will submit the assignment will get the certificate by 27th, okay, of May. Clear? Fine, everyone. You guys will be getting the certificate by 27th of May. So last submission date is 24th, and certificate will be provided by 27th May. Okay. No, you cannot use, I don't know, Redmi name is written. You cannot use stop index first before start. It should be start, stop, and then step. Okay. Can you go against string comprehension? Okay. Can we execute multiple statement in loop comprehension? Multiple statement, yes, then it will be considered as a string. For example, comma, you can write I to the power 2. No, it is not going to work. So probably you can do this way. You have to keep it inside the tuple. Okay, this way it will work. Okay. Range of fundamental data types. Range of fundamental data types means, I don't understand. Range means range function we have discussed. If you're talking about that, and fundamental data types, we have already discussed about those fundamental data types. Some if condition examples, please, we will be discussing it tomorrow, Krishna. Please share today's notes, sir. Yes, it will be uploaded into the Google Drive, and I'll be updating there. So inside loop if condition is example. Yes, Krishna, we will be discussing it tomorrow. Give some question today's topic for, okay. Yeah, that's good thing. You try, see, I have given you these questions to try using loop. Okay. You guys can try these questions using loop. Apart from this, explore few more methods, and there is, let's say, my underscore str. My underscore str is this. So you have to get if and sub underscore str is equal to spec. Okay. So the output underscore str is equal to this is the output for this one. Okay, this is one output, and also another output is you have to replace it with pack. Okay, and rest all will remain same. Using loop you have to try. Remember, this all question, try using loop. If you are trying it, it is fine. Try it with the methods also. Try it with the methods, whatever method you can explore, try it with those methods, and then try it with the loop. Okay, this is the second output, and this is the third output. So my underscore str is equal to, this is Python class, and output sub underscore str is equal to is. So based on this sub string, you have to split this string, and you have to get the output underscore str is equal to this is Python class. Okay, you have to get this output. These three questions. So let me post it here into the chat box, copy and paste it. But though you can check the file by today evening, file will be uploaded just now. Okay, after the class. Okay. Okay. Is assignment is common to all or small project kind of assignment? It is common for everyone. Link for assignment, how will it be shared? It will be shared into the Google Drive. Assignment will be shared into the Google Drive. Share this Jupyter Notebook. It will be uploaded by today. Where to submit any link? Submit. You have to send it to. Okay. So submission date is this, and send it to info@learnbay.co. Okay, this email ID. Where to submit? Okay, fine. Anything else? Any other question? Yes, HackerRank, Lead Code are good enough for cracking the coding interviews and everything. Okay, and to increase your coding skills as well. Give some question to this topic. Okay, I hope it is done. I think it is done today. Can we get the Google Drive link, guys? So I have already told you guys number of times. Again, I'm repeating. Go and check this. Sorry. So just go ahead and write YouTube. What is this? So I'll show you here. You will be getting the videos as well as you will be getting the type Learnbay data science and AI. Don't just type Learnbay, because in that you'll be finding two channels. You'll get confused. Go for only this channel. In Learnbay there'll be no update. Okay. So Learnbay data science and AI. Now inside this you can go to playlist. Okay. And in the playlist you can go for webinar series. In this we have uploaded one video today. Okay. Rest all videos will be uploaded by tomorrow. Yesterday's videos and today's videos will be uploaded by tomorrow. You can just go here and you can see this is the video link, and as well as you'll find to access webinar study material, visit here. This is the drive link is shared with you. Okay, you just open this drive link and you will be finding the class notes and the this class material, whatever code I'm writing, everything will be shared into this drive. Apart from that, anyone who wants the PPTs of my class, You guys can just visit LinkedIn, Learnbay, Data Science and AI. Okay, you guys can visit here. My class related PPTs and everything will be shared here over the time. See, these are the platforms where not only for this webinar, for upcoming all the sessions, webinars, my classes, upcoming Learnbay classes, these all things will be shared here. Okay, these all are the two platforms where it will be shared. So if you guys want to get updated with our day-to-day content, you guys can see. So here we upload daily some content and some questions. So if you see here, this is the Python interview questions we have shared yesterday. Okay, so this is the Python interview questions we have shared yesterday. You guys can follow. Anyone who is appearing for the interviews, you guys can follow. So these files and these updates we will keep on providing on these platforms. Okay, so this is a good one, and this will be a regular one. Okay. Assignment, as of now I have not uploaded. I told that assignment will be provided on Friday. Okay. Assignment, you have to do some. I'll be giving you some question on that. You have to work. Yes, it will be. Yes. So see, study material means to say you have the videos, everything available on our YouTube channel. Not only this webinar video. If you go to playlist, you'll find the videos of all the topics. Okay. You can get here, and daily we upload the videos. You will find that on daily basis we upload the videos, whether it is Python, statistics, machine learning, advanced topic, object-oriented programming, everything we upload the videos on a regular. Daily one video we upload on this. Okay. Google Drive link I thought I have told you. Okay, I think it is done. Okay, guys. So I think it's done for today. We'll be meeting tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining, and good night, everyone. Thank you. Bye.